What's up, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to install a GPU cooler for my GPU cooler. So I ended up purchasing an Asia Horse GPU cooler on Amazon. It was right around $25. It'll be linked down in the description below. But it's three 92mm fans. It gets mounted under your graphics card, and it's supposed to kind of aid in bringing fresh air into your graphics card. So this system behind me has my RTX 3080 Ti. It's the Gigabyte Vision OC edition, and it does get decently warm, hitting low 70s in a heavy gaming session. So I wanted to put it to the test with a beast of a graphics card, drawing over 360 watts of power under sustained load, and kind of see how it performs. Is it going to reduce temperatures? Is it going to reduce fan speed? Is it really going to add any benefit to the card, either for noise or for just, again, temperatures? So we'll put all that to the test. I'll show you guys how to install this thing, and then does it actually make sense to buy? Is it actually going to help your graphics card stay cooler?
So to just start things off, let's take a look at the packaging and everything, and of course the cooler itself. So very simplistic, very easy thing to actually get and put together. So here it comes. It comes fully assembled just like this. Your three 92mm fans, your little LED light strip, and then of course you have your RGB header and a fan header. And it fits right underneath our graphics card. Now, of course, triple fans means it's going to be a pretty long thing, and there are some quality control issues that Asia Horse probably has to deal with there, with that LED light strip just kind of being in place and not really adhered to anything. But in order to actually get this thing installed, there is a triple kind of screw mounting mechanism. So this gets first mounted to the GPU cooler, just with a couple of fan screws. That gets mounted right there, and then you have three holes to then hook up underneath the graphics card, where you would normally just unscrew those or unmount those cover plates and then install whatever kind of PCIe device you're going to install there. We're going to use those screws to install the GPU cooler underneath our RTX 3080 Ti. So once that gets installed, it's easy enough to hook up our RGB headers and to hook up our fan cables. Now, if your motherboard doesn't have any ARGB headers, this is a 3-pin ARGB header, then you're going to have to get some kind of adapter for it. Now those can be pretty cheap, and then they can either be remote controlled or you can use some software. But in order to test this bad boy out, we're going to use some Furmark, and here are our results. So as you can see, as the temperatures are starting to rise with our Furmark testing, without the fan, we're seeing maybe 1 or 2 degrees Celsius max. But we see a giant jump in the fan RPMs without our GPU cooler, the additional graphics card cooler. And then of course it does come down as temps drop because of that giant spike in RPM. Whereas with the 3 extra fans from the GPU cooler, it stays very nice and kind of evened out, and you're not really ramping up the GPU fans themselves. It's more so being handled by those additional 3 92mm fans.
So after seeing the graph of kind of the temperature and fan RPM curves, you can definitely see that there's not too much of a difference when it comes to the temperature of our RTX 3080 Ti. For the most part, it's a difference of maybe 1 degree C, which could kind of just be left up to the environment. But we probably did see a small reduction in temperatures due to the Asia Horse GPU cooler. Having those extra 3 fans drawing air into our graphics card definitely did help. And we can see that with the fan RPM of our RTX 3080 Ti. So during the entire test, we definitely saw a reduction in fan RPMs, which of course means a reduction in noise. The extra GPU cooler fans are not adding any extra noise to the system. We really only hear the graphics card when it gets under that high sustained load, right around that 70 degree C mark, and we saw that giant jump in the fan RPM curve right as the card was hitting 70C. Now, of course, because we never hit 70C with the additional 3 fans, we never saw that giant spike. We did see a jump at right around 69 degrees C, but overall, that curve was always below without the extra fans. So overall, I mean, although it didn't bring the temperatures down a crazy amount, I was hoping to maybe see at least a few degrees C on the cooling side of things. It definitely did bring our fan RPMs down, which in turn reduces our noise level, hopefully extends the life of the fans a little bit as well. So overall, I'm decently impressed with the Asia Horse triple fan GPU cooler. I'll probably leave it in my system. Doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra cooling in there. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Is this something you would install in your system, on your card? Maybe your card is running super hot and this would help a lot more than it's helping with the 3080 Ti. But I'd love to hear all of that down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to turn on post notifications, get subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.